Hello, my name is Lakin Molina, and I will be focusing on the culturally sustaining and asset based practices in the education field. To begin our focus, I do always like to take a step back and really find out understanding of the topic. What is its meaning? What is its purpose? And that's how I would like to start off with the question, what is culturally sustaining asset based practices? What does it look like in the classroom? So, to start off, I did want to highlight some words here from Madeline Will and Eilina Naharo. I really hope I pronounced those names right. They, in their article, What is Culturally Responsive Teaching? They highlighted three components of culturally relevant pedagogy, and they had student learning listed, cultural competence, and critical consciousness. And by taking these approaches, they did state that this helps students see themselves and their communities belonging in school spaces and academic experiences, and just kind of keeping that in mind to start off with our focus today. The next question that I do want to ask moving forward is, what does it look like to be culturally responsive in practicing the asset based practices in our classroom? What does it look like? So, another way that we practice, or others can practice um, culturally sustaining and asset based practices would be the use of traditional media, which the Institute of Education Sciences highlighted in their culturally sustaining teaching practices of multilingual students. And, I wanted to highlight this one because I believe in our own non traditional high school, our alternative high school, we collaborate with our tribal departments. Um, And I do want to note, within our school district, although the school district is off the reservation, two of our schools under the school district is on the reservation. Therefore, yes, the school district has to follow, of course, like the state um, policies and procedures, but also like a subcomponent they do have to consider are the bylaws from our reservation. So I am on the San Carlos Apache Reservation here in eastern Arizona. And what we do, how we allow our kids to use that non traditional media is we connect with tribal departments within our community to come in, teach them about things like agriculture, the Apache culture, things about wellness and self care and mental health. Um, and they're allowed to use those as their retrieval for elective credits. So, like I said, we collaborate with tribal departments. We allow them to retrieve non-traditional elective credits through this participation. Um, this allows our students to have that small group instruction, which works for one of our ELL students currently. Um, and also, I like how the non traditional media allows our kids to reconnect with their reality, which is like the community outreach of resources that are available to them. And it's more realistic to them because say, for example, we have our wellness center that will come in and talk about ways they can be healthy, what services our local hospital offers for our kids, um, and like Boys and Girls Club, they all are within reach in their community, and it teaches them how to or to understand that there's resources out there for them. So I do like this curriculum procedure that we currently use. The next one I think that would be beneficial for ELL learners is the connection through classroom routines. Um, so, in this article, 10 strategies for building relationships with ELLs, there was 10 different ways that we can connect through classroom routines. And I liked all of them, so I listed all of them. So, I like a lot of hands on things, especially when um, we kind of sit back and we watch others and do it first, and I like that idea. Um, but to expand more on that, I think that little things like learning how to pronounce and spell students' name correctly is very vital for, let's say, our Hispanic names, our Native American names. We do have a lot of students with unique names, and I think making that connection through that routine of within yourself to understand their differences just brings out that connection better. Getting to know students' interests, strengths, and talents. This is something I love to do within my class. We have multiple breaks in between our work sessions, and I'm able to connect with my kids because I'll have like a casual conversation with them, and then I learn about their interests through that conversation, or I learn more about their outside life, or even their life circumstances, um, because it allows me to like be more mindful of everything else that they have going on outside of school. Encouraging students to celebrate and to celebrate the way they do, and as well as family traditions. Um, I do like this idea as well. Um, we do like to acknowledge kids' birthdays throughout um, this school year, but if they choose not to, because I kind of, understand sometimes they don't like to be in the spotlight, we kind of give them that respect and kind of just give them their birthday treat behind closed doors if they choose not to be acknowledged on their birthdays. Um, I'm not going to go through all this, but another one that I do like is consider how you will talk about identity in a safe way in the classroom. I do try to practice this with myself because sometimes I forget, that society changes in so many ways. People um, identify in so many ways that I forget to be respectful of it, of the wider range that we have now. And I correct that when students don't understand that quite yet. In conclusion, I did enjoy this presentation and finding different ways that we could be effective for our ELL learners, and I'm very glad to share with you. So here are my references, and thank you so much for your time.